Republican congressman from Florida and member of the House Homeland Security and Armed Services Committees, Carlos Gimenez. He also serves on the House Select Committee on China. Congressman, thank you for being here today. I want to just pick up where Lucas left off reporting and get your reaction to the latest in this leak.
Well, look, obviously we have to investigate how it happened. Probably too many people have access to this information. And we just can't tolerate this. It hurts our credibility not only here at home, but around the world. And so we need to find out, get to the bottom of it, and put a stop to it.
You're on the Homeland Security Committee. Do you anticipate bringing people from the Pentagon, others, to hearings to sort of try and unpack how this could have happened?
I think it's probably more a jurisdiction of the Armed Services Committee. So I anticipate that our chair will have some hearings on security at the Pentagon and other military sites around the world, make sure that our military secrets are kept secret and that our adversaries don't have access to that information, and that this information isn't widely distributed around the world. This was, again, very embarrassing for the United States, and also it wasn't helpful to our allies around the world. So we need to put a stop to it, and I'm sure that our chair will have hearings on this.
It certainly wasn't helpful, and you just met with Speaker McCarthy, with Taiwan's president. In a Washington Post article this morning, we're learning that Taiwan is highly vulnerable to Chinese air attacks because that's in the trove of the documents in this leak. What is your reaction to the situation as it pertains to Taiwan?
Look, the situation in Taiwan is a very dangerous situation. We have to speed up our weapons systems and delivery to the people and Taiwan, who is an ally to the United States. They produce 80% of the world's chips. If Communist China does take over Taiwan, it's not going to be good for the U.S. economy. We need to step up our efforts, and so any information that helps the Chinese Communist Party in their efforts to unify, in their words, China and take over Taiwan is not good. And so again, all this, we need to tighten up on our information, maybe reduce the number of people that have access to that information, to make sure that as far as we can, contain any information that may be useful to our adversaries.
Congressman, how concerned are you that a Taiwan invasion is heading down the path of inevitable?
I'm very concerned. Most of the experts that I've spoken to seem to think that it's not a question of if, it's a question of when. And a lot of the differences of opinions are on when it's going to happen. President Xi has made no secret that he wants to unify China, and Taiwan is his number one priority. They're getting emboldened around the world. They're developing relationships around the world, bringing new allies to their cause. What Macron said the other day about, hey, Europe needs to stay away from that conflict and leave the United States. That's also very troubling, and it was troubling to the United States, but also a good sign for China and their ambitions to take over Taiwan. So yeah, I think I'm on the opinion that it's going to happen, and I'm on the opinion it's going to happen sooner rather than later.
And when and if that should occur, where do you stand in this sort of ambiguity policy we have with the U.S. defending Taiwan?
And we need to do everything in our power to make sure that it doesn't happen. That's why we need to ship those weapon systems to them as quickly as we can. We need to strengthen our alliances with Japan, with the Philippines and Australia. I think that's going to be critical to deterring China from their ambitions in Taiwan. If China believes that they can't do it, or they have to pay too high a price to get it done, then hopefully it won't get done. And that's our prime objective, is to deterring that conflict. But if we continue moving in this direction and showing weakness, then we're just inviting trouble. That's something that we can't. That's something I certainly will not support, and something that we can't have in the United States. Again, the best deterrence to Chinese aggression is strength, and strengthening Taiwan's ability to defend itself, along with some of our neighbors in the area.
Great insight. Thank you, Congressman Carlos Gimenez, taking time on Saturday. Have a good weekend, sir.